Welcome back, Nick and Lex here. Thank you so much for joining me to another episode of Music with Nick. Today, we're gonna do a marathon for JK. Thank you so much for requesting this video, for sponsoring it, and it's all about Talking Heads today. So I'm super excited. We're gonna do a Talking Heads marathon. I think that's the first one. We've done some Talking Heads here and there, but never really a marathon. So I'm super excited, or I'm like super forgetful and I don't remember anything anymore. But I think I think I'm right when I say we've never done a Talking Heads marathon. But here we go. We're gonna do Psycho Killer first from Talking Heads 77, which is from 1977, of course. Then The Good Thing by more songs about buildings and food. I've heard some stuff from this album. Then Once in a Lifetime from Remain in Light, The Lady Don't Mind from Little Creatures, and Blind from the album Naked. More songs about buildings and food is 78. Then Remain in Light 80. Little Creatures 85, and Naked 88. So awesome. 70s and 80s Talking Heads marathon. I'll be right back with you guys. All right, and here we go with the first track. Thanks again, JK, for this. I love Talking Heads. Like, it's such a special band, such a unique sound, and I love their humor and their stage presence, and everything about them is just so cool. Here we go, Psycho Killer. Reminds me so much of I don't know if you heard this before on the channel, because yeah, I've heard that before. I don't know, but I'm literally looking here on the channel, Talking Heads, because you can look up the songs that you've done, and let's see. Oh yes, we did it. I did it. Here it is. Give me a second. Yeah, Jazz Rock Punk Marathon Blood, Sweat, and Tears. This was for Graybeard. So okay, no biggie. I didn't know. But that's the only one I've done. The only done we've done before. I even timestamped it, so it was on YouTube. But hey, don't worry, we'll just do another one at the end, okay? No biggie at all. Let's just enjoy this. But yeah, I do recognize. It's so unique that you know. But yeah, don't worry, JK. We'll do another one. So good. So yeah, so now there's officially 2 reactions of me without Alexia. Kind of like, it's kind of like a bummer. Of Psycho Killer on the channel. But hey, you know, it's about, it will happen now that we're doing so many, like, you know, more known songs. And there's also not really a list that I have come up with. The only thing that I can basically do, and that I didn't do because nothing looked familiar, is type in the name. If you, like, for example, if you think, oh man, I think he has done this before, Alexia's done it before, just type in the name. It will come up in a video, maybe a marathon. So I'm sure this is gonna happen more and more, but I'm just gonna, hey, it's all good, you know. It's literally the second time that I listened to the song, so it's still pretty new to me. But what I think would be the best thing to do here afterwards is just like click on Talking Heads, and then let's just go with one of their, like, okay, that's literally the most listened song. Let's just go with the second most listened. This Must Be the Place, which is not on this list. So at least I'm giving you, you know, something popular that everybody loves, and that way we can also give the marathon a little bit more playtime. Okay, all right, now we're gonna do The Good Thing, which is from a year later, more songs about buildings and fruits. And I did do one, but the good thing is I do have the memory. When I listen to the song, I'm like, yeah, I've definitely, because the style is so unique, like David's style of singing, and just the band, the sound of the band is very unique. So it's kind of like easy to, it's not really like too hard to miss if you've done something before, because they're all very memorable songs. But yeah, this is The Good Thing. Here we go. it. It's so unique. It's almost like it almost has like a little bit of a Japanese vibe to it. Just the scale, you know. And what I love is this this piano kind of like attack that Supertramp is going on pretty much in all of their songs. It's just like it's their sound. Like Supertramp has that sound. I love that. It just sounds a little like Supertramp, like saying they're trying to imitate them. It just sounds like that. But I love how unique this is, and I think I always compare Talking Heads a little bit to David Bowie because they're both so bizarrely good. You know, it's music that's, you know, maybe not the most complex music. I mean, when it doesn't come to like, I mean, I just did a marathon for you, which is unfortunately still blocked. The Paul Buckmaster, that one, when we in Space Oddity, man, you'll see the video. It's just like, holy moly. I mean, when those kind of like, you know, arrangements drop in, then of course it's more technical, but I love how they keep it simple, but it's so unique though. It's so special. Okay, let's keep going.
Try to find similar situation.
It's a Japanese scale.
You will always find the same solution. As the heart finds the good thing, the feeling is multiplied. Add the will to the strength, and it equals conviction. As we economize, efficiency is multiplied. To the extent I am determined, the result is the good thing. So I say, I adopted this, I made it my own. Cut back the weakness, reinforce what is strong. I have adopted this, I made it my own. Cut back the weakness, reinforce what is strong. Watch me work. Watch me work. Watch me work. Watch me work.
Oh man, I love the bass player. She's so amazing. The whole band is just so good. Like the first time we ever did a Talking Heads video was for Michelle, and it was a live video. And she was like, I think it was something in times of war or something. And just the show they're putting on, everybody's like running on the spot, on their spot with the instruments, and so entertaining. David Byrne is just a genius, and he did like those like the David Bowie thing, you know. And I think they're good friends. I'm sure they are, or they were. You know, David is no longer with us. David Bowie, that was most of the most tragic moments for me in 2000. I think it was 2018. I couldn't believe it. What an icon. And then I think a little bit later, Prince as well, and it's just insane. All the good, like all of our like favorite entertainers, you know, are getting just very old, and I mean it is what it is, you know. But yeah, okay. Once in a lifetime. And I was thinking maybe, now I'm kind of like torn if I should do just like a David tune, but no, it's a Talking Heads marathon. Let's keep the Talking Heads. Okay, once in a lifetime, and then we're just gonna do the second most listened to. That way we please the masses, you know, because I know most of these cuts are deep cuts, so Okay, once in a lifetime, here we go. Wow.
And you may find yourself living in a shotgun shack. And you may find yourself in another part of the world. And you may find yourself behind the wheel of a large automobile. And you may find yourself in a beautiful house with a beautiful wife. And you may ask yourself, well, how did I get here? Letting the days go by, let the water hold me down. Letting the days go by, water flowing underground into the blue again. After the money's gone, once in a lifetime, water flowing underground. And you may ask yourself, how do I work this? And you may ask yourself, where is that large automobile? And you may tell yourself, this is not my beautiful house. And you may tell yourself, this is not my beautiful wife. Letting the days go by, let the water hold me down. Letting the days go by, water flowing underground into the blue again. After the money's gone, once in a lifetime, water flowing underground. Same as it ever was. 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 Water dissolving and water removing. There is water at the bottom of the ocean. Under the water, carry the water. Remove the water at the bottom of the ocean. Water dissolving and water removing. Letting the days go by, let the water hold me down. Letting the days go by, water flowing underground into the blue again, into the silent water, under the rocks and stones. There is water underground. Letting the days go by, let the water hold me down. Letting the days go by, water flowing underground into the blue again, after the body's gone. Once in a lifetime, water flowing underground. You may ask yourself, what is that beautiful house? You may ask yourself, where does that highway go to? And you may ask yourself, am I right? Am I wrong? And you may say to yourself, my God, what have I done? Letting the days go by, let the water hold me down. Letting the days go by.
I love how simple this song is. It's dum 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 dum, and then basically like the rhythm guitar is just like strumming literally like I think just one chord, but basically here David just takes the song da 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 da. He makes the song just by singing the melody, and everything else is basically just vamping, you know. They're just doing the same thing over and over again. That's so cool, you know, to make something very easy kind of complex just by singing a melody over just one chord, little chord progression. That's fantastic, man. Great. Just great. All right. I love this one. This was Remain in Light from 1980. Now we're going to switch to Little Creatures, and this is 5 years later. I want to see how much the band changed, but sometimes they don't even change at all. Sometimes it's completely different product altogether. But here we go. The Lady Don't Mind. How basically the bass is so important. The bass and the rhythm section, I don't, not just the drumming but also just everything that's going on. But I think Talking Heads is just a combo of, I don't know, it's just so bizarre how good they sound doing so little, you know, musically speaking, when we compare, you know, with just what we usually listen to, you know, Yes and Genesis, and how complex all that stuff is. But that's what I was saying the other day, I think, with something, I don't really know. Oh, I want to do this, by the way. I think this would be a good thing to listen to. Thank you again, Tony, for sending us this. This is for Alexia, but I'm sure I'm gonna love it as well because it got Terry Bozzio and his wife. I mean, Terry Bozzio and his wife. But that's what I love about Talking Heads, that it's not so challenging to play this, but it's so good. And these guys did become like super successful and probably millionaires. You know, I don't know the net worth or of each one. I know that David Byrne is a Oscar winner. That's awesome, you know, to be an Oscar winner for I think that was music that he composed for a movie. That's so cool. I mean, and it's not so complex, you know. And I've always killed myself musically because I always thought that the complex the more complex music I know, the better I am and the better I can compose, and that's completely wrong. But that's just something that I'm learning now in later in life. That basically with 3 chords you can write 100 songs. You know, if you do it the right way, and you know, if you write a catchy tune. It's always been this way, but I've never been into commercial music, so that's basically like an awakening that I got later in life, you know. But yeah, let's go back. I just find it fascinating how good these are, these guys.
Show. Well, the lady don't mind. No, 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 the lady don't mind. She just turns around, disappears, and I kinda like that style. Uh-oh, here we go again. I don't know what I'm saying. Hey man, I sure don't feel the same. She likes to say what she's feeling. Hey, did I get a big surprise? I know you think so. Come on, she says anything. Who knows what she's thinking? Uh-oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh.
And this one reminded me at the end, like the Kommissar, yeah, no, that was a German one. That's dreh dich nicht the Kommissar geht I think they changed the lyrics into English. I think what it was, don't turn around, the Kommissar's in town, yeah, I think that's what they did. But the German one, sorry guys, is better. There's just these songs like Major Tom in German, and then I hear the English version, it's like, doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Or in 99 Luftballons. Okay, that one kind of works. But yeah, it's just like these songs that are German hits, and then they try to sing them in English, and it's just like not the same. Okay, last song. No, not last song. We're gonna do Blind, and then we're gonna do one of the most famous ones. Okay, Blind is from '88. All right, here we go.
No sense of harmony, no sense of time.
is a little bit more complex. It sounds like Tower of Power got hired here, but you know, like these really cool like little entries of the horn section. I love the funk picking like upstrokes, you know, really cool. And man, that rhythm section is really hitting hard, man. I'm loving it. So good. So good. Man, what a great jam.
Blind,
And even the keyboard.
blind, 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 blind. Somebody could have told us where they go, crawling all around looking for footprints. Now tell me what the hell have we become? There's some dirty little bastards. What the hell is going on? No sense of harmony, no sense of time. They don't mention harmony. Say, what is it? What is it? What is it? Give a little shock and he raises his hand. Somebody shouts out, say, what is it? What is it? What is it? He was shot down in the night. People run by, but his body's still alive. Girl in the window, what has she done? She looks down at me, says, I don't wanna die. He's blind, and they're blind. Blind, 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 blind. Blind, blind. Blind, 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 blind. Woo, blind, blind. Blind, 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 blind.
That's, you know, that's what I love about this. He's like, he doesn't give a damn. He's like, blind, 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 blind. You know, he just like, that security is appreciated. That's when you're like into it, and that's when you already know you have the crowd and your records are selling, and this is what they like. He already knows that they like the odd, you know, and I can appreciate that so much, and I get it. I'm totally into it. I'm like, I don't dance in every video, you know, but this kind of music, I mean, if you don't dance, then I don't know, something's wrong, you know. I mean, okay, but I'm not saying, you know what I mean. You know, maybe it makes you dance. You can still sit still, but you can dance in your mind, you know, like, I mean, at least you're gonna tap your foot, you know, at least, you know.
Blind, 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 blind.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, since the first song I did know I've had heard before, let's be fair. Let's be fair. If that happens, you know, that's my I guess what I'm going to do is maybe like if Alexia and we might be able to do that, just put all the songs on a playlist. I mean, there is a playlist. If you look it up, it's called Music with Nick Master List. That's all the songs I've reacted to. You can literally look it up on Spotify. Oh my god, it's 1035 songs, 95 hours. 95 hours. That's insane. So basically, if you have a song and you want to look if I've done it before, you go to that playlist and then you can search in that playlist if I've ever done your song before. I mean, that's a way to do it, or you can just type it in YouTube, the song, and it should come up if we've done it before. I mean, yes, back in the day when I did marathons, the thing about YouTube is only the songs that you put in the description, that there's only a specific, like, almost like Twitter-esque, amount that you can write in the description, which is complete BS. So I think you should, the body should be bigger, but you can only, so that's why sometimes to do shortcuts and I have to do the title, like, so sometimes I would just put like reacting to various artists, so that's how that might happen, that a few of them have been requested again, but this one, I mean, the Psycho Killer was clearly in the description, but hey, it's all good. I love you guys and I'm super like hyped anyways. I'm amped, and let's do this one. This Must Be the Place. Wow, 221 million listens. That's insane. It's about 5 minutes long. This is from the album Speaking in Tongues, 1983. Here we go. Yeah, I think I did a good choice. This is so good, man. I would definitely listen to this on a road trip. The good thing is, I mean, where we live, we pretty much have everything in like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, like literally everything you can think of. But then again, there's stuff when we want to buy, like ingredients for like certain kind of foods, we do have to go into Denver, and that would be maybe 30-40 minutes, and that's when we put on the music, and our car has amazing stereo system, so we just like like I don't know, people have seen us, literally looked at us like, what are these guys doing? Because the way we basically um are in front of the camera here, we're in real life, like, so Alexia, Alexia, how she gets, and yeah, and if the music is good enough like this, then I also start to go crazy. So people have seen us like, what are these guys doing in their car driving? Like playing air guitar, Alexia, she does it more and more. She just has like this gusto for it now, and that's when I'm like, okay, come on, go. She's like, she even does the bends, so it's so cool. But no, this is just so good. The bass here is beautiful. The little kind of, but I think David Byrne is just a master lyricist, and just also the way he uses his voice to be, another instrument. And I love how he uses a lot of comedy, like not comedy, but it's a certain type of humor in your music. A lot of people do this, like Frank Zappa, Alan Holdsworth. Um, I'm sure you know what I mean, but there's this almost like funny kind of vibe in the music, like I don't give a f, and I think that's genius. When you start to apply that in your music, then you've made it. So yeah, let's continue. This is a great song, by the way.
Home is where I want to be, but I guess I'm already there. I come home, she lifted up her wings. I guess that this must be the place. I can't tell one from the other. Did I find you or you find me? There was a time before we were born. If someone asks, this is where I'll be, where I'll be. Oh, we're drifting it out. Oh, singing to my love. Out of all those kinds of people, you got a face with a view. I'm just an animal looking for a home, and should have seen space for a minute or two. And you love me till my heart stops. Love me till I'm dead. I said light up, I said through you. Cover up the blank spots, hit me on the head. I got
Great tune, man. Great tune. Love me till my heart stops. So basically, what I did right now, I grabbed I dragged the song into my list, and now it says added. If the song would already been added, then I know, oh, I've done it before. So what I usually do before I start a marathon is I drag all 5 of them into that box, and that's why. See, I didn't do it today, but I should do it more often. Just like before I start the marathon, take 5 songs, drag them into the playlist, and then I'm like, oh, if something appears, and then I could email you or something. But hey, this was a lot of fun, man. Thank you so much. I'm not really big on analyzing the lyrics in the moment. I usually do that on the second or third or even almost sometimes even 10th time of the song. I've even seen people in the comment section is like, oh, I've heard this song like 200 times. I've never paid attention to the lyrics because it's such a good song. It's just a good music. You don't, yes, the music isn't, you usually know the chorus, or maybe like the last three words. But sometimes that's just the way it is, So, hey, JK, thank you so much for this awesome marathon. I hope everybody else, you and everybody else enjoyed this very much as I did. I mean, I'm not sweating, but I'm like, I feel like, yeah, I could just, listen to way more. But I'm going to do another marathon right now for somebody else. But thank you so much for being here. Guys, thank you. And I see you in the next one.